Well, everything's going as planned so far here across the area. Cold front is starting to move through. We've had rain through the day Friday. That will continue tonight. Then we'll start to see the changeover from northwest to southeast as we head through the day on Saturday. I really don't think the worst of it's going to get here, though, till Saturday evening, going into Saturday night and Sunday morning. That's when a heavy mix of freezing rain and sleet will be possible, and then it will stay cold all weekend long and probably into early next week as well. So that gives you the timeline there. Let's get into what we are anticipating with our future track temperatures. What will it be in the morning? If you're at 33, you're at rain. If you're at 32 or 31, you're freezing rain, and we're going to be really, really close. And I think that's going to be for the whole first half of the day on Saturday, with the exception of our northern areas, which are already going to be dipping into the lower 30s and upper 20s. But as you head farther to the south, I really do think it's going to be late in the afternoon before that freeze line comes through there. This is typical of an ice event. It's just 1 degree here, 1 degree there, and then we slowly fall. This is by 5 o'clock. Notice, especially along and west of 35, temperatures getting into the 20s. That continues to fall as we head toward midnight tomorrow night and going into Sunday morning. And that's why we are anticipating quite a bit of ice across the area as temperatures continue to dip on down. And then we don't get above freezing as we get into Sunday afternoon. The precipitation will stop, though, Sunday morning. Now, why are we going to get ice instead of snow? Well, to have snow, the entire column of air has to be below freezing, below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to be north of us. We are going to have what we call a warm nose of air about 5 to 10,000 feet above us. That is going to be above that 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So a snowflake from on high enters that, it melts, then it starts to refreeze as it gets close to the surface. If the layer of cold air is about 2,000 to 3,000 feet deep, that turns into those little ice balls and sleet. If it's not as deep, it's only 1,000 feet or less, which a lot of us will be at, then it could be at freezing rain. And of course, that's the worst one. Freezing rain, once it hits something that's below freezing, it freezes on contact. And that's the one that can cause tree and power line damage. And unfortunately, I think we're going to see quite a bit of freezing rain in our area. Extreme cold warning, it encompasses everyone now. Wind chills in the single digits tomorrow night and then going into Sunday night as well. We do have a winter storm warning. This is for a mix of freezing rain and sleet in the pink area. We have an ice storm warning across our far eastern areas from Fairfield to Madisonville over into the piney woods of East Texas. An ice storm warning means you're going to see more freezing rain than sleet, and we could see accumulations up to an inch in the ice storm warning, which would be devastating for trees and power lines. So that's why that is in effect right there. Here is my current thinking. The northern half of the area, of course, will get colder first, and I think we'll have better chances for accumulations, 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice, isolated amounts 3/4 of an inch to an inch along I-45, and then probably an inch or two of sleet as this comes through Saturday night and Sunday morning. But if you get underneath a heavier band of sleet, it could even accumulate a little bit more than that. So we'll go 1 to 3 inches, but I think we're going to be closer to that 1 to 2. And then in the pink shaded area, still going to have a lot of problems here. Lighter accumulations, but 1/10 to 1/3 of an inch of freezing rain, which still can cause a lot of problems, and less than an inch of sleet. So again, I think we're going to have ice all over the place as we get into Saturday night and Sunday morning, area-wide. Everyone will see that. It will just be thicker the farther north you go. So as we take a look at our future track, again, we're noticing the rain here across the area. This is by 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're still rain. Freeze line is still off toward the northwest. As we make our way into 7 a.m., rain starting to transition here, and that will continue through the day on Saturday as temperatures continue to slowly cool 1 or 2 degrees, getting below freezing. And then here comes the main shot as we head after 6 p.m. on Saturday evening going into Sunday morning. And you can see widespread precipitation midnight to go to 3 a.m. here on Sunday morning. That continues into the morning hours as well. And that's where we'll see the main icing here across the area. So taking a look at your forecast, we'll go for a high of 33 on Saturday, but but we will have falling temperatures into the upper 20s and lower 30s by the afternoon. 21 degrees Sunday morning, 25 that afternoon, and precipitation will come to an end by lunchtime or so. Down to 14 Monday morning. I think there'll be a few more clouds, so I did raise temperatures there. 32 degrees Monday afternoon, but 9 Tuesday morning as we clear out. 45 that afternoon, getting into the upper 40s to near 50 by Thursday. Then there's another storm system by the end of next week going into the next weekend. That one could produce a wintry mix once again. Then as we take a look at the Brazos Valley, you are going to start off in the 40s, but you will be falling as well, and you should make it down to near freezing by late afternoon. So anything will be switching over to freezing rain, maybe a little bit of sleet as well through Sunday morning, ending Sunday afternoon. 19 by Monday morning, 35 in the afternoon, 47 on Tuesday, 52 by Wednesday, and then a chance for a few showers, maybe something else there as we head toward next weekend.